So now that I've told you the ways that confidence isn't built, I'm going to tell you 3 ways that confidence is built. And the first way is through actions and experiences. So if you think about something that you may have previously been nervous or afraid to do, maybe it was a social event or a professional event, or maybe you was starting this job here at this company and you were nervous to do it. And maybe you made up all kinds of stories about how scary it was going to be and you were going to be a failure, but you went ahead and did it anyway. And maybe it worked out. Maybe it wasn't fantastic, but it wasn't as bad as you made it up to be. It's through those repetitive actions and experiences that you build self-confidence, that you also build resilience, which is very important for self-confidence. The second way is through competence and mastery. If you think about a skill that you previously didn't know how to do, let's take, for instance, learning how to tie your shoe. If you've ever taught a child how to tie their shoe, you know that it takes a lot of patience to do so. There's a couple different ways you can show them how to do it, or maybe you even remember learning how to tie your shoe. And it's through that repetitive motion, you become competent at it. You start to memorize those fine motor skills. And then now you're probably at a place where I could ask you to tie your shoe and you could do it while having a conversation with me. You could probably even do it while not looking. That is competence and mastery. And yes, that's a very rudimentary example, but self-confidence is the same. When we are more competent in something, when we are prepared, when we are skilled at it, that builds self-confidence. And the last way we build self-confidence, especially for women, is by unlearning the old habits, the old conditioning, the old programming that we have all received growing up that makes us feel like we are more valued if we are quiet, if we are accommodating, if we put everyone else's comfort before our own. That is what we have to unlearn. Because when we are small, when we hesitate to ask for the raise, when we hesitate to apply for the job, when we hesitate to form a new friendship or ask someone out or ask to have a hard conversation with our partner even, that stops us from gaining more self-confidence. When I was in my early 30s, I was dating someone and I was also in college. I had gone back to school in my late 20s to finish my bachelor's degree. I took the long route and I had also always wanted to go to Australia. So one day I'm sitting in my advisor's office and there's a little plastic thing with brochures in it. And it was about studying abroad for a semester in Australia. And I took one of the brochures home and I was looking at it and I had all of the credits to be able to go. I had the financial aid, the student loans to be able to fund it. And everything was in place and I could go. And the guy I was seeing didn't want me to go. He was afraid that I would never come back. He told me that he was going to be lonely and just didn't want me to go. And I really thought about it and I didn't go. And I know you're probably all like, what? This confident woman who has all this success and isn't afraid to speak her mind. Yes, this was before my own evolution. And I was so afraid of taking up space with my own wants and needs. I was so afraid of taking up space and asking for what I wanted in this relationship, which was to go away, a once in a lifetime experience, to go study abroad in Australia. I was afraid of being abandoned, all of the things that so many of us are afraid of. So I didn't go. And it became one of the biggest regrets of my life.